The Canadian dream is cracking. For years, the vast landscapes and welcoming image lured ambitious immigrants and disillusioned citizens alike. Yet a growing exodus is challenging that narrative. Is Canada's icy charm losing its sparkle? From skyrocketing housing costs squeezing middle-class dreams to anxieties about cultural integration, the reasons whisper discontent. Are these temporary growing pains or a symptom of deeper societal fractures? We'll dive into the stories behind the statistics, exploring the diverse motivations pushing individuals to say sayonara to the maple leaf. Is Canada at a crossroads, or can it course correct to retain its cherished status as a global beacon of opportunity? This is what we'll explore in today's video. In the aftermath of World War II, a collective sigh of relief rippled across the globe. Yet amidst the hope of rebuilding, millions remain displaced, scarred, and searching for a fresh start. Canada, untouched by the direct ravages of war, stood on the precipice of an extraordinary transformation. Its vast, fertile lands, abundant resources, and image of peace beckoned like a lighthouse in the storm. Thus began a golden age of immigration, propelling Canada from a sparsely populated nation to a global leader in welcoming newcomers. Before the war, Canada's immigration policies were restricted, favoring British subjects and prioritizing agricultural settlement. But the post-war landscape demanded a shift. With Europe in ruins and displaced persons yearning for security, Canada saw an opportunity to bolster its population and economy. In 1947, the doors swung open wider, embracing skilled workers, refugees, and families with a particular focus on those from war-torn Europe. This wasn't simply about filling empty spaces, it was about building a nation. The government actively recruited immigrants, showcasing Canada's vast potential and painting a picture of opportunity and prosperity. Posters advertised fertile farmlands, bustling cities, and a welcoming society. Radio broadcasts carried messages of hope in multiple languages, reaching across continents. The response was overwhelming. From 1945 to 1967, over 2.5 million immigrants arrived in Canada, transforming the country's social fabric. Italians, Ukrainians, Poles, Germans, and countless others poured in, seeking a new life and a chance to contribute. They brought with them diverse cultures, languages, and traditions, enriching Canadian society and fueling economic growth. This wasn't without its challenges, though. Housing shortages, language barriers, and discrimination tested the newcomers' resilience. Yet their determination and hard work shone through. They built roads, factories, and communities, laying the foundation for Canada's modern prosperity. The iconic St. Lawrence Seaway, a colossal engineering feat, stands as a testament to the collective effort of these early immigrants. The 1960s ushered in a new era of immigration, with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights solidifying the principle of non-discrimination. Canada's point system, launched in 1967, prioritized skills and education, opening doors to professionals from around the world. This shift reflected the evolving needs of the economy and solidified Canada's reputation as a meritocratic haven. But once seen as a promising destination for migrants, Canada now finds itself at a turning point, with many choosing to leave. The main reason behind this trend? The economy. An increasing number of immigrants are deciding to look for opportunities outside of Canada, with departures exceeding the national average by 31% between 2017 and 2019. The primary reason for this shift is the economic situation. It's important to realize that while Canada offers a high quality of life, becoming wealthy there is not easy. Recent spikes in inflation, particularly affecting essentials like groceries and fuel, have added to the financial challenges. The financial burden of settling in, along with hefty tax obligations, presents a significant obstacle. Contrary to popular belief, moving to Canada doesn't guarantee quick wealth. The truth is that success requires hard work and perseverance. Some individuals find the demands overwhelming and think about leaving. Housing stands out as another common challenge. In select Canadian cities, property prices can soar. For instance, a small house in Toronto or Vancouver might fetch $2 to $3 million. Many individuals work diligently yet find it difficult to afford their ideal homes, particularly in populous areas such as Toronto and Vancouver. This housing affordability issue doesn't just impact immigrants. Many Canadians also face challenges meeting the steep housing costs in major cities across Canada. Likewise, rental rates are climbing due to escalated demand for housing, leaving many individuals grappling with a search for affordable accommodation in Canada. On top of that, many came to Canada seeking improved healthcare, education, and essential services, but it appears that the promise has been unfulfilled. While Canada does offer free public health care, it doesn't cover all medical expenses. Remember, it's your responsibility to purchase any necessary prescription medications. You'll also be shocked to hear that dental care is not included in the public healthcare system, meaning you may face high costs for complex treatments. Sometimes it might be cheaper to book a flight back home for dental care. In Canada, it's common for patients to see a nurse before a doctor, depending on the situation. For instance, if you're sick, your doctor might only spend 10 minutes with you before prescribing medication. Moreover, there are often long wait times for medical appointments in Canada. Even in emergency rooms, you might have to wait 3 to 4 hours before being seen by a healthcare professional. And who would want that? So the result is evident that people would prefer to go somewhere else. But unaffordable healthcare isn't the only irritant. Immigrants arrive in Canada with high hopes, but not everyone achieves their desired job right away. Many immigrants assume that their previous experience with multinational corporations back home will easily translate into similar positions in Canada. While it's possible to find great jobs there, they might not exactly match the roles they held previously or are currently seeking. Typically, it takes at least 1 to 3 years to secure a job in their specific industry, even with years of experience in their home country. The time frame and opportunities depend on factors like when and where they arrive in Canada and start their job search. However, not finding a job in their field isn't the end of the world. There are opportunities in sectors like retail or restaurants that offer at least minimum wage, helping immigrants cover basic expenses. Moving to Canada comes with the risk of not immediately landing the desired job, but with time, dedication, and gaining Canadian experience, success is achievable. There's also a chance that employers might offer lower pay scales to immigrants lacking Canadian work experience. Hence, gaining Canadian experience becomes crucial for career advancement. But as they say, geography can be both a blessing and a curse. However, it seems that in Canada, the weather can be a nightmare for some. During 6 to 7 months of the year, Canada experiences extremely cold temperatures, with 2 or 3 of those months seeing lows of -25 to -30 degrees Celsius in Ontario. Saskatchewan and other northern provinces also endure cooler temperatures. Consequently, many individuals from warmer climates find it challenging to cope during the colder months. Some may find this amusing, but another factor prompting many to leave Canada is homesickness. Being away from home is tough. Newcomers often face constraints when it comes to visiting their families and friends back home. Sometimes financial limitations or time constraints prevent them from making the trip. Plus, many immigrants initially arrive in Canada alone before they're able to sponsor their families to join them. These individuals often grapple with feelings of isolation and solitude. At times, they are compelled to bid farewell to loved ones, including spouses, children, and parents, who remain in their home country. The prospect of moving to a foreign land where one has no familiar faces can be daunting. For some new immigrants, homesickness becomes a compelling reason to leave Canada. Finally, immigrants who come and go realize that Canada has its own set of systemic issues. Starting anew is seldom easy for anyone. However, it's important to recognize that even if you held a managerial position in your home country, you may need to begin afresh in Canada. While previous experience can certainly be advantageous, securing a managerial role from the outset is not guaranteed. Acquiring Canadian experience is essential for progression and accessing further opportunities, but expecting immediate success upon arrival is unrealistic. The key is to persevere through challenges, especially during the initial stages. Many individuals struggle with this pressure, leading to feelings of depression and hindering their ability to rebuild their lives. Moreover, it's crucial to acknowledge the role of inadequate government policies. As a result, Canada has implemented a 2-year ban on new international student permits, aiming to reduce enrollments by 35% to alleviate housing shortages exacerbated by population growth. This serves as a significant indicator of the crisis within Canada. So it's evident that people are leaving Canada due to various reasons such as economic challenges, harsh weather conditions, homesickness, and difficulties in career progression. By that, we've reached the end of today's video, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so don't forget to leave a comment down below. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit like, and if you want more insights on topics like this, do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to watch this video on why the UK is facing an immigration crisis. See you in the next video.